How safe is the water your child is drinking? Sadly, in some cases, no one can give you a clear answer.
That's disturbing. 7 Action News reporter Matthew Smith is joining us live this morning. And Matthew, we understand that some schools are not testing for lead. Do we know why?
Well, there is no federal mandate that requires them to do so. And in the past, the state people tried to pass laws to make a state mandate, but that hasn't happened yet. So in many cases, it's cost prohibitive. They choose not to do it. Or some schools, they don't know any better.
The city of Flint cried for someone to stop the poisoning.
It's been 3 years since the Flint water crisis scandal, and arguments over charges are expected to continue today. And while national headlines drew attention to the problems in Flint,
from a state with 84% of the U.S. fresh water, but none for its residents to drink.
They are ruined for life as a result of a political decision.
There's no changes to protect drinking water inside schools.
The initial thought is the cause is linked to specific infrastructure in the buildings that are obviously outdated.
Detroit schools got beat up when they tested water and decided to shut off all drinking fountains because of lead. But the bigger issue, the state doesn't even require schools to test water.
You know, and few do require testing. It's not just water fountains either. Think about it. Faucets, water coolers, even things that you get inside the kitchen. Lead can be found anywhere. And the reality is there's no water expert overseeing any of this.
We made an assumption that schools didn't have leaded fixtures in them, and we're finding out that they do.
Erica Walker works for 120 Water Audit. They just wrapped up testing in more than 900 schools in Indiana. One of the issues she would regularly hear, it's expensive.
I think that really points to the critical importance in coming up with a national solution, not only for the testing itself, but also for solving the problem and replacing those sources of lead.
For now, Michigan has started up a voluntary program offering on-site technical assistance, but only 28 schools have signed up. A government study says some 41% of schools haven't tested to date, a real cause for concern.
41%. That's a lot of schools not testing. So obviously parents are frustrated about this. What can they do?
I think the best advice at this point is to ask questions. If you're involved in a PTO, if you go to a school board meeting, ask if they're doing this testing, because not all schools are. And as you heard, there is now the assistance available for some schools to opt in to do this testing, but no one's required to do it. So get involved, ask those questions. As you see in the bottom of your screen today, there's over 600 school closings. It's hard to track all of these, so there is no extensive list available right now to let you know whether your school is or is not testing. Some are, but a lot of them aren't.
Yeah, parents need to become the squeaky wheel on this issue, it sounds like it. Matthew, thank you for that live update.